Fuck around like that nigga. Nigga on the trigger. If a nigga wants some smoke, I let that chopper eat his liver.
Hey, what's up guys? Not Ricey here, and today I have a video talking about Project A. It's a game I'm pretty hyped about. It's being released by Riot Games, and today I want to give you some tips on how to get prepared for the game and be ready to dominate. Now, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell and like the video, guys. And then yeah, let's just get started. So today I'll be talking about different games you should be playing to get ready for Project A. So now the first game that the game has already been compared to a lot is CSGO. So CSGO has been out for a very long time. I don't know where you've been if you haven't heard of it before, but CS is a competitive FPS game released by Valve. It's on Steam. Yeah, it's only on Steam because it's created by them. It's been around for a very long time, and the reason I say to play this game is because the gunplay seems very similar to Project A. If you see the gameplay, I'll throw it up on the screen real quick. If you see the gameplay of Project A, you can tell that there's no sprint, just like CS, and there is ADS, but CS does have some guns that ADS. But I'm not sure if the game will have every gun be able to ADS. It seems like it, but it's not going to be too big of a discrepancy. It seems as if the game's heavily inspired by CSGO, so it should be very similar. So I'd say this is the main game you probably want to practice, but there are some other ones that could help a lot as well. So the next one is Overwatch. So from what we've seen of Project A gameplay is there's definitely hero abilities in the game. Now, honestly, I'd say Overwatch is going to be the least similar. I know it's been compared to Project A a lot, but honestly, I feel like it's going to be the least similar because in Overwatch, you heavily rely on your character's abilities and your teammates. But in games like Project A and CSGO, you can carry a team by yourself. Like, you don't have to solely rely on your abilities. But in Overwatch, if you don't have your cooldowns or your team is dead, there's no way for you to win because there's large health discrepancies and certain abilities that just simply negate you from getting, it simply full counters other characters. Like, I'm sure there'll be different type of characters in Project A, but and there'll be counters to each character. Like maybe like a guy has a smoke and different character has an ability where it disperses the smoke and the smoke, leaves the area or it just disappears or whatever. But in Overwatch, like characters like Genji versus Winston has way more health than Genji, and he hard counters him because Genji cannot deflect Winston's attacks. So he just straight up loses in a 1v1. But I'm pretty sure, now I promise, in Project A, there will be no super hard counters like that. I'm sure every character will, be able to fight each other evenly. Like, of course, there's going to be some characters with abilities that are a bit stronger, but it'll still work fine. You can play Overwatch just to more for the team play more than anything else. Now, I know this one's a weird one, and I know a lot of people don't play this game, but Paladins, I feel, will be very, very similar. In terms of looks so far, I feel like Paladins will be very, very similar to Project A. Because Paladins, they have the character abilities, they have the weapons, but the thing is, I don't think in Project A there's going to be any characters with magical staffs or, throwing hooks and abilities like that. Like, Paladins has the same sort of thing where it comes to Overwatch where you can't full 1v1 a team, or not 1v1, 1v6 a team or whatever, 4v5 or whatever. And plus there's this item shop system in Paladins which gives you characters different health boost, and this will be absolutely OP in Project A. Project A will definitely not have anything like this. But in terms of art style, I remember everyone said, even me, that Project A looked very similar to Paladins. Like, it looks very, very similar to Paladins. Like, of course, the art style aren't exactly the same, but it just kind of has a slight Paladins feel. But I think the Project A art style looks better from what we've seen so far. We'll probably get more in 2020 pretty soon. Paladins looks pretty similar. It has the hero ability. It has the hero abilities that we might see in Project A. Like, I see this character, I'm not sure exactly what his name is. I think it's Lex or whoever I'm playing. Yeah, this guy Lex, he has a slide ability. He also has this ability where if you kill a certain person, you get more credits, and then some justice shot type thing. But yeah, there might be ultimates in Project A, but I'm not completely sure. If I had to vote, I'd say there'd be no ultimates. Yeah, definitely no ultimates, because I feel like it's going to be more of a mix of CS than it is of Overwatch or something, because I don't think they're gonna have hero abilities to the point where they can change the flow of a match completely. Well, they might have some, but I don't think they're gonna be any type of big ultimate attacks or abilities that characters can use. Next is this game called Kovacs. Honestly, you should use this whether you plan to play Project A or not, because Kovacs, it helps with PC FPS skills in general. So if you look here, I'm doing a small like mini game within Kovacs. Kovacs is really cheap, by the way. Kovacs is like $9 or $10 on Steam. It's a really cheap game because, you know, there's not too much to it. But basically, it's just aim practice. It's just FPS aim practice. It actually could be third-person FPS aim practice, but it just helps with practice in general. Right here, you see I'm practicing my flicks, and then in another clip, you're gonna see how I improve because I just started playing again. But yeah, this just helps with your aim in general, and honestly, you should play this no matter what. It helps with every single FPS game you can think of. I'd say for Project A, tracking or flicking, tracking and flicking are probably going to be two of the most important things. And honestly, I would say flicks are going to be more. Usually, I would say tracking is very important, but I'm gonna say flicks are going to be more important because in games like CS, reactionary shots are very important because it's very punishing. Like you can get one tapped in the head and it's over. Well, I take that back. You will be tracking people a lot, but the tracking is not going to last nearly as long as a game of like Overwatch, where like you're Tracer and you're like tracking a Roadhog with 600 health. It's not going to be, you're not going to have to shoot people for nearly as long, but you will, you know, there will be times where you definitely have to track, of course, you know, because you have to hit all the shots. I'd say if you're not good at flicks, practice some flicks a reasonable amount, and then honestly I'd say get your tracking up like a lot, because tracking is such an important skill in almost every FPS. You're not always going to get the headshot immediately, because you don't want to, like in a game like Rainbow Six Siege, for example, you don't want to like flick to someone and you don't hit the headshot and you're dead instantly. Like you want to be able to like track them for a while, even if their head might not even be standing still. You might have to track the head too. So I'd say practice tracking more than your flicks. Get your flicks to a level where you're confident with them. Like if you're looking down the hallway and you see someone out the corner of your eye, you can hit that flick 100%. You know you can do it, or at least 90%. And then get your tracking just perfect, because people do not expect other people to have good tracking. So if you can get that up, you're golden. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is my video on how to get prepared for Project A. Yeah, make sure to leave a like, sub, turn on that bell. Leave some comments down below. Tell me like what games you guys are ready for, or you guys are wanting to play, or if you're just waiting for Project A like me. Alright, so that was the video. See you guys later. Peace.